History can be our greatest teacher, but are you a slave to it? Or do you come up with your own ideas? Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic, 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. If you enjoy Stoic content, self-improvement, and making the most out of life, don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe to the channel and like, share, and all those fun things. Today is August 25th. Respect the past, but be open to the future. Quote, Won't you be walking in your predecessors' footsteps? I surely will use the older path, but if I find a shorter, smoother way, I'll blaze a trail there. The ones who pioneered these paths aren't our masters, but our guides. Truth stands open to everyone. It hasn't been monopolized. End quote. Seneca, Moral Letters, 33:11. Traditions are often time-tested best practices for doing something. But remember that today's conservative ideas were once controversial, cutting-edge, and innovative. That's why we can't be afraid to experiment with new ideas. In Seneca's case, we might be embracing some new philosophical insight that improves the writings of Zeno or Cleanthes. In our case, perhaps a breakthrough in psychology improves on the writing of Seneca or Marcus Aurelius. Or perhaps we have a breakthrough of our own. If these ideas are true and better, embrace them, use them. You don't need to be a prisoner of dead old men who stopped learning 2,000 years ago. Okay, my thoughts. Yeah, I completely agree with this, right? Like, history is a great teacher and it gives us that foundation. I mean, you think about kind of how, society and humans, we started off as, hunter-gatherers with the stick. And now, we've gone to the moon. We have instant communications. We have telephones, right? That's all based on building that strong foundation, but not being afraid to move past the foundation to build the house upon it. And I think when we're talking about kind of in our philosophy and building our day-to-day life, recognizing what are the best practices that people have done and adopting them so they work best for us, especially for people with ADHD or feeling neurodivergent, or you feel kind of different to the world. Recognizing, I talked a lot about this with my clients. It's like, customize your life that makes the most sense for you. You don't have to be rigid into everyone else. Oh, just because everyone else is doing it that way, so it's got to work for me. Find out the bits that work best for you and build upon that, right? Like, recognizing what are the things that work best for you, especially with ADHD and neurodivergency. It's recognizing that we have a different thought process. The way we view and see the world is different, where how people kind of get things done. A neurotypical person can be like, yeah, boom, I'm going to knock this out and do that, and be really focused on that. For me, I have to build momentum. I got to start off by having my little wins, build up the momentum, get that excitement, have the interest in it in order for me to get it done. Or create ways, so for the things I don't want to do, creating a reward system, or giving myself a timetable on it, where putting myself under a timer so that I get done quickly, and create little games out of it and find ways that work best for me. Taking what's already worked and adapting it to my style. And that's the thing, is that you can take any of this and adapt it to make it work best for you, because it's your life that you live, right? Especially I think in those teenage years, you want to conform and fit in with everyone. I didn't. I didn't fit in everyone in high school. I embraced standing out. I went to a Catholic high school, and my last 2 years, I did half at my Catholic high school, and I did my other half of the year, I did a culinary program, because I was interested in cooking. So I was like, no, I'm gonna make school work for me instead of me working for school. And those were kind of the, grade wise, those were the best kind of years for my grades, because there was actually something I was interested in. And I even took culinary cooking, and I applied that to my history class, to my religion class. So my final projects were all based on food, or how food related into those subjects. So I cooked dishes for the, like, kind of bribed the teachers with food, but like I was able to apply how I could take my culinary skill, the thing that helped me learn and understand, and apply it into like our into English, into history, into other classes, even into math too. So it was like, like, all right, there's a technical science behind it, and learning, understanding of like why this works there in the chemistry of like for baking and things like that, how to put together flavors and how that works, and apply that to math and reckon like I think I was doing the I remember particularly for literature class, we were doing the Lord of the Rings books, and I saw they would touch about different kind of foods and dishes. So it's like, okay, what if I recreate those dishes and do that as my final project? It was a unique take on the project, but I made the project, I worked it so that it made sense for me and delivered, and I got good grades from it. It was the only time like school that I actually like did really well. But I was able to take the thing, able to adjust the pattern to make it work for me so I understood it, right? This is the thing about kind of, I think, these philosophies and like understanding how to live life to the fullest, is that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You have to do what works best for you, and finding out the systems that work and being honest with it, right? Looking over your own history and past, like, all right, this worked, that didn't work, this worked kind of well, but after 3 months it didn't work. Okay. And then finding out how to pursue so you find that easier, softer path. It's recognizing how people have done it. Okay, if it's worked for them, cool. All right, let's try that. All right, this is where it didn't work for me, and how to adjust and make those changes. This is like why I think life coaching and therapy and things like that are very effective for people with ADHD, because it's finding the holistic methods to live life to the fullest with whatever kind of thing that you have, or even just for yourself, right? Like learning how to embrace the fullness of life by not necessarily always having to fall into like, just because everyone else is doing the 9 to 5, that you have to do the 9 to 5. Maybe, doing 8 to 3 is better, or 4 to 7, like finding out what works best for you and customizing your life so you get the best out of it and the most out of it. This is what one of the really key things that I help with clients is learning how to get the most out of life with the tools that you already have. So not looking at the have-nots, look at what you have, look at the history and everything else, and embrace it to move forward to get the most out of it. Yeah, that's all I got for today's video. Love to know how you take kind of old traditions and customize them to make your own. What are some of the things that you do to take what you've learned and like how it's that you customize your life so you get the most out of it? What are those little special rituals and routines or things or tricks or tips? So we'd love to know in the comments below. Please, love to have a conversation with you about that. But that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, share button, and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great, if not better, day.